Well, hello everybody. Well, this time it's going to be a little bit different thing. We're going to try to do a little bit more talking on this one, so be prepared to sit back and relax and see what's going on. Well, right now we're going to talk about my character. That way we can understand what's going on. I know some of y'all have been wondering what's it's all about, and what have I done, and how come I'm so more ahead. So let's just talk about some of the aspects of this game. We're going to talk about spells, dark arts, core, stealth, the room of requirement. All these are talent points that you can purchase. I should say that, put that in quotes, purchase, because nothing is set in stone. When you first get this thing, none of these are available. So as you get to, I think, level 15, level 20, you start getting these things, and it's like retroactive. So when you get all this stuff, you're in good shape. But what does it all do? Well, let's go through like spells. Spells can be very useful. You know, the more spells you have, the stronger you get. Um, it lets you be able to do more, maybe more damage, more control, or more multiple enemies all at one time. You can do multiple. So spells can do a lot of different stuff in this game. You can pretty much explore all you want and be able to see it all in action. But what's a good combination to start off with? I figure instead of just stacking it all up in one, you spread it out. But here's my one caveat. If you are interested in dark arts, you can put it into that. If you're, you only have so many stealth, so you can only have up to 4 stealths anyway. So that one's kind of like obvious. The 3 that I would see that are the most useful are room of requirement, core, dark arts, and spells. Which one did I choose? Well, you can see off right now it's going to be all core. Core is the one thing that I thought was going to be very useful for me, since we're talking about this ancient magic, and might as well use it for what it is. And it looks like some of its stuff is very powerful. You can do a basic impact resistance spell cooldown, so you can do more spells all without having to wait for it to cool down. Or like me, I figured, okay, I need the speed. The speed helps me reduce getting hit. And, so it all depends on what are you looking to do. How quickly are you wanting to do this? Are you wanting to be a expert in core, or do you want to be an expert in dark arts, or do you want to be an expert in spells, or do you want to be an expert in stealth? Well, everybody can probably get spells, all the experts right now. Like, I could probably do it right now too. So I'm hoping that they get more stealth going here. But I'm not sure. Dark arts. You could do everything. You could even get some of your health back, if or you could kill an enemy with a Avada Kedavra kill. If you're going to be one of those Slytherins or somebody who enjoys doing that, hey, I don't know. It's a very powerful magic, and I wouldn't want to use it unless I have to. So maybe watch that one if you don't want to. The Crucius Curse. The Slowing Curse is maybe okay. The Enduring Curse, can also be useful to people. The Imperial Curse can make people painful, So, it's all how you want to add up all these. I'm guessing you can only have up to 10, 20, 26, 30, 38 levels, which kind of makes no sense to me. You would, and that's why I'm thinking they're going to be adding more to this. Pretty soon everybody's going to get to 38, and then what are you going to do with with the rest of these talent points? So, let's talk about other stuff. The collections. You can get different collections to different stuff. Like all these, you can learn how to do all these. You can even create them to a point. So, the collections get bigger as you go through the game. Enemies. There are a ton of enemies you're going to learn about. There's even more stuff you're going to learn about in the towns that you visit. And that's not even including what you're going to be learning about beasts. You can have up to 13, but I'm thinking there's going to be more than that. Until they come out, you're going to have to wait and watch. Traits. Now, I'm trying to figure this one out. I guess you got to find the traits somewhere to unlock them. So, this is coming. You can have to 75 traits, which is going to be kind of nice. So, we're going to have to see this one, later on. Now, traits are what you use for your loom. So, I'm guessing this is going to be all loom stuff. I could be wrong. But I don't think so. Wands. Well, you get up to 42 different wand handles. Now, I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing, or if it's it's a no combat. But at least you get to make your wand your own. And that could be good and bad in the same process. Conjurations. Now, this is where all the stuff that you have in your, well, room of requirement, basically, that you could do with it. This is where you get all your stuff to make your room your own. So, I guess it's going to be however you want to build your room. Now, I don't know where half of these are, or how long it will take for us to get to these, but they're going to be quite a lot of stuff you're going to have to do to get there. And ingredients. They say there's only 16 ingredients, but I'm waiting to see if there's more. I'm betting Steam and, well, the game developers decide to throw out more ingredients. It's only a matter of time, they're gonna have to want you to create bigger and better things. So this is gonna be one of the things that's gonna probably be changing. I'm hopeful in the future, because you only have 9 potions and 9 stuff you can do with this right now. Now, that's to my current level, at my current place. So they might show up later on as you go through the game. So it could very well change, but this is what it looks like right now. Brooms. Well, you knew that was going to happen, and you knew it's coming along. I wouldn't mind seeing a Nimbus, but you probably won't see a Nimbus 2000 in this thing. I'm guessing this is before Harry Potter, so I don't even see a Dumbledore, so who knows. But it's definitely something that wouldn't mind being seen. Now it could just be whatever you want to do, but I digress here. Challenges are what you can do in this game, no matter what you do, from combat to quests to even exploration progress. You can do field guides, and I'm all the way up to 78% because I'm always looking for those field guides. So I'm like, hey, sooner or later I'm gonna be up to like 99%, 100%, and then you're like almost done with the field guide, which makes exploring fun. Room of requirement, 18%. Well, let's go back to what is some of the combat progress that we can do. we can get a costume. These are all going to be basically costumes or gear traits that you can, you know, do. So if you want to get the gear trait recipe for this, you got to basically unlock it and claim it. So let's claim that one. I didn't know I had that one out ready. Oh, another one. Let's claim that one. So you're going to have to, from time to time, come over here in combat and make sure to claim something that you might already be getting. You know, if it doesn't have a check mark on it, then you might want to check to make sure you can claim it. Some of these are good, some of these are bad. You know, it just depends. As you claim these traits, I wouldn't be surprised if they also make it more interesting for upgrading your robes and glasses and even hats and gloves and scarves. So be watchful for that, because as soon as you get this done, it might help with something down the road. So maybe it will help you with defeating the Inferi if you have an Inferi jacket or something like that that's completely protected by Inferi. Less damage maybe. Quests. Again, this is what you're gonna have to watch to claim your. These are all gonna be basically appearances right now, so it's not as important if you don't care about your appearance when you go and change it in the how you look in the game, but it all adds up. Exploration. Popping balloons. Well, I'm not too sure what some of these are going to be because they don't tell you. Magic power reward. Additional capacity added to your agent. When you find these, you get more added to your agent. Now, I don't know exactly what that does, but it helps. Some of these are locked, so I don't even know what they are just yet. Until they unlock, I can't tell what they are. You got some landing platform challenges too. So I guess you gotta land on landing platform without touching the ground. I haven't really figured that one out just yet, but who knows? Field guide challenges. Yep, you name it. These are all just about how you look in the game. You can make yourself look like basically a Highlander or a Highland person, or you can make yourself look like a Quidditch player, or a Hogwarts player, until you get all the stuff you need to look like you're a student. You can have all the good garb and still look like a Hogwarts student. And then basically, this is just the Zonko's gear, so you can make yourself look like a Zonko employee, I guess you could say. Room of requirement stuff. Oh, cool. Gear traits. So I guess this is to upgrade your gears on your Lear. I did not know that. And conjuration spell, Billywig Hive spellcraft, whatever that is. I'm gonna figure that out later on too. So you get all the stuff to rescuing animals with that. So you can do up to 20 on this one, and then I guess it's gonna be up to 10, 20. So this will probably be 30. Another one, 10, 20, and 5 when you upgrade your gear. And I am sure these gonna add all these together, because sooner or later they're gonna want to add more to this. I'm almost sure of that. So let's talk about the map, just so people can understand some of the map. At Hogwarts, there's flags, and inside the flags, there are places you can go. So this is where you want to go if you want fast travel. Now, anywhere you go in Hogwarts is where you can go. But let's say you want to go to Hogsmeade. You can do fast travel to anywhere you want. I personally like to go to these flue powder because that's where you can travel to. If you go here, you gotta walk, or you gotta first travel here after you get done setting the waypoint. So each place is a little bit different. Now, understanding this map, let's make sure to let you know how to understand this map a little bit more. These are Merlin trials. You will see them all over the map as you are flying over. So if you see that, then there's a Merlin trial somewhere around, which will help increase your storage. Then you have the ancient hotspots. Now, if you find these are where you want to use to increase your ancient magic. Now, I don't know how well or how hard it is to find these things, but they will make for a better gaming experience. Then you have places where you're supposed to go. So these are going to be like this right here. They're going to look like little old, I guess you could say, marks on the map to tell you where you were. You know, here's a quest, or here's a goal that you need to go to. But that's not all you can do. I like to just explore and find out other places and open up these maps even more, because you might be able to find like a treasure vault or a dug bog lair where you can get some of your ingredients, or even, you know, a monogrill lair or a spider lair, or even more treasure. So if you're looking for money, then that's some of the places you need to go anyway. So, you know, like, find these treasure field guides or these other places that you might want to get them. You know, here's another goal that's not really highlighted because or a quest that I haven't actually wanted to go to, so I kind of like put it on the back burner. But still, you have all these little areas you can explore, and the field is quite big. Now, I don't know how well you can get over here, but I am curious to see if you can't get there sooner or later. You only have so much of the map you can go to, and I wouldn't mind seeing like a way to get to like London. You know, this is all like areas you need to go. I guess there's a dragon right there. I did not know that. I did not know they showed dragons. Huh, cool. Anyway, exploring is one of the things I like about this game, because you can explore everywhere, and with a broom it's even better. So, you know, at least you get to do a lot more stuff with this than you could with you know, other games and, you know, other. So definitely explore. It's gonna take you a while to get through the whole game. I'm almost sure of it, because I'm only 32% done, and I only played like 15 to 20 hours. Yeah. When was I my last save here? Save game. 21 hours. I've been playing this for 21 hours, off and on, ever since it came out a couple days ago. So you can see that I'm, you know, only at 32%. So this is gonna take a while to get up to 100%. So don't expect this to be an overnight thing. Even I will say that. Now, let's talk about your gear. You could change your appearance with either the keyboard or the mouse. If you're going to be using the mouse, it's going to be X. I mean, if you're going to be using a joystick, it's going to be an X. Now, what do I mean by changing the appearance? Well, you could have no gloves and still have whatever you're wearing as an offense and defense. So it doesn't affect casting spells or damage or whatnot. It just makes you look like a normal person. Or you could have, a legendary look to it, where you can, you can make these any way you want. And some people like it that way. I occasionally like to change it up and see something different, but it's up to you. You can do this with all of them, from glasses to hats to outfits to cloaks and to neckwear. Now, what do I say by doing that? You could not have a scarf and still look like, and still get the scarf offense and defense, and if you have anything else that is related to that scarf, So it's all how you want the game, the person to appear. It doesn't affect anything else but your appearance. Wizards handles. Now, we've already talked about this to a point. This is just making your wand look however you want to make it look. You can have any handle on it you want and make it look that way while playing the game. So it's all on how you want it to look. You could, if you find a good wand handle that you want later on, you can change it to that later on, or you can keep it all the way through the game. I personally like to just go through and change it from time to time just to make it look good. Health, defense, offense, all comes from leveling. Now, I should say that in a way that you can understand this. Leveling is, the higher your level is, the more health you get. The higher your level is, the more the defense of all this adds up onto your character. That also means that the offense does the same thing. So I don't know what it is exactly, but I do know it goes from when you start off to it slowly goes up. Now it could be 0.001 or 0.0% or 0.1, and it starts going up until you reach your max. I don't know what the max is, so be on the lookout for that too. Let's talk about quests. There are different quests for different stuff you can achieve. Quests are just basically so you can get certain stuff done. You can have all these quests done, and even more come in. But it's all however you want to approach playing the game. Outpost. Yeah, you start getting owls from everybody, and then it can be kind of nice to go back and listen to some of those ones. You can listen to Natasha if you really want to, or you can just basically play it or do whatever. But to read what they have to say. Collections. Yeah, well, we've always done collections, and we've always done challenges. Inventory. You can have several different beasts. You can get pensive artifacts, or you can get demiguised moon artifacts, or other stuff that you need to return to other people. So you want to be watchful of how much stuff you have in your inventory. Now, I'm not talking about your clothing inventory. I'm just talking about this because I don't know how much you can have. I haven't seen it get past this, so it might just be that only. This, I'm sure, is going to keep adding up because I don't know how you can delete or put them away. You have all this inventory, and I don't know how much inventory you can have. And maybe it's a good thing to have a lot of stuff just in case you need it. But I would be mindful of that, just to be on the safe side. And I think that's about it for this, besides settings, which would basically mean you can save games. This is how you can save games. Or this is how you can change from window view, full view screen to a window, but I'm going to keep it this way. You know, you could do upscaling, downscaling, quality. You can make this look better if you, but be mindful, this could cause you to have more slowness. And if you have a graphics card that can handle this, then you know you can do a little bit of upscaling, but I wouldn't go all the way up to 1. 1 is like 100%. So start off low, maybe start off at 0.10, 0.1, and work your way up and see how well it works with speed and frame rates and everything else. And you know, you can have it go all frame rates, but you know, keep it. Keep it. If you're gonna be like me, you want to keep it at least 60 because more frame rates just makes it more harder to aim and shoot. At least I think so. And you can have all these other things, you know, all these other options, like make this look really like a good game if you really want to. Control wise, you can set certain controls like mouse and menu reader if you need a menu reader. You can even have all this stuff there if you need to. Now, it just depends on what you are looking to need or what you want looking to have on your screen. That's basically it for this. I don't know what else to tell you because it's all pretty new to me, but I have noticed some other stuff. Fighting people who have shields. The color of the shield is the color you want to use to deflect the shield or turn the shield off. If it's yellow, you want a yellow. If it's purple, you want a purple. If it's red, you want a red. If it's green, you want a green spell to get them to, you know. That's pretty much only one thing I know how to do. Depending on objects you throw can also affect how the shield of the NPC reacts. So be mindful of that too. Here's the loom. You won't get this until you're past the first trial. So play your game all the way till the first trial, and then this will start popping up. You could do upgrades on this. You know, you can do a lot of different things to this. So be mindful of that when you decide to start upgrading equipment or your clothing. You might find something down the road that you will want to upgrade to, so you'll want to keep the ingredients handy when you need to. Because who knows, you might need a Duracell feather to upgrade this offense to 12, which will help with it, with you possibly surviving. Here's your brewing stand, or potion stand, as just some people call it. And plants. I am certain we're going to be using this little room too, but I haven't decided what I want to do with it just yet. But for right now, that's all I'm going to do, talk about this, because I think it helps people understand just where to put your, you know, how you want to plan your character. And what I mean by planning, I mean by putting in your talent points in certain areas. Now, I'm sure some of y'all are going to be Slytherin, so you're going to probably all want dark arts, and that's all great. It just depends on how you want to do this. I'm going to keep mine in spells and cores until I decide later on, you know, to go farther. Because I really think cores is what I want to use for my gaming challenge. Wait a minute. Okay. Yep, I'm gonna go all the way to level 22. Ooh. Anyway, that's all for right now. If you want to ask questions, you can leave them in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and keep watch for more stuff that I might be talking about later on, because even I am gonna constantly be playing this game until either I get Last of Us downloaded or something else comes along that I want to play. Anyway, have a good day. And stop, you know, always play the game.